Dear students, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. How are you? I hope best for you. I Mukesh Kumar welcomes you online Mukesh Online Academy. आपका मुकेश ऑनलाइन अकेडमी में स्वागत है. And we are doing the chapter 1 of the rational numbers from the ML Agarwal book, ICSE board, okay, of the class 8. Okay, we are doing the chapter 1 of the class 8, basically mathematics. Very good book. Okay, we have already done about the addition of rational numbers into the first 4 videos. In the first video we had done the introduction. In the second video we told you about the addition. In the third we did the properties and examples, and in the fourth we did the exercise. Now in this video we are doing the subtraction of rational numbers. I hope you would have seen those videos. Okay, if you have not seen, then I have given the links of those videos in description, and it is better if you go through them, then you will be able to understand better. Now one tip, one thing that I want to tell you, that you have heard, you have listened in my every video. Have you taken out your notebook and pens? If you have not, then pause it this and first take out your notepad and pens. You know why? Because the practice is key for the best in maths. You can become best in maths only when you practice. No practice, no best. Okay? So if you want to become best in the maths, practice it. Practice, practice, practice along with me. See the video and practice it. See the video and practice it. As many times as you practice, then you can become best into the maths. Okay, I hope all of you want to become best into the maths, so you will practice. Okay, so in this video, and we will do about the subtraction. If you have any doubt, if you have any query, then you can write to me in the mail, or you can write to me in the comment box, and you can write on the WhatsApp. Now we are on the Telegram also, so Telegram ID is given to the description. So you can follow on the Telegram also. Okay. If you want to do the live online classes, then you can also write to me. And if you like the video, and if you have liked the video, then kindly share it with your friends, subscribe to it and like it. So thank you so much. Let's start. So dear students, let's start. So today we will do about the subtraction of the rational numbers. In the last videos, we have studied about the addition of rational numbers, and we have studied about the what are the different rational numbers. So now we will study about the subtraction of rational numbers. Okay, subtraction means minus column. So let's say we have the two different rational numbers. One is p upon q, and other is r upon s. Okay, so we need to subtract them. So question may be like this: the subtract p upon q from r upon s. Okay, if it is given like this, then we will write r upon s minus p upon q. Okay, if it is given like this, subtract r upon s from p upon q, then we will write p upon q minus r upon s. So whatever is given in the from, subtract p upon q from, so this we will write first, then we will put the negative sign, means minus sign, and then we will write the first number from it. Okay, so there is another way of writing it, like this: r upon s plus and minus p upon q. We can write the additive inverse also. Okay, or we can write like this: p upon q plus minus r upon s. So this way is also we can write. So this is, I think, the very straight away you can write these two things. Okay, so now let's do some examples. First we will cover some examples. Students might be wondering why examples. Because when we understand the examples very better, then it becomes very easy to do the exercise. So first we will do the examples. Okay, now the example 1 which is given in the ML Agarwal book. Okay, what is the example 1? Subtract number 1 3 upon 8 from minus 5 upon 12, and the second is given minus 7 upon 24 from 2 1 upon 8. Okay, so now let's do the first one. So we have to do 3 upon 8 from minus 5 upon 12. So definitely we will write this number first. Okay, so this we will write minus 5 upon 12, and then we will put negative sign. Okay, then we will write 3 upon 8 because we have to subtract 3 upon 8. So 3 upon 8. Okay, now we will take just as the same way that we had taken the LCM of 12 and 8 in the additions, the same way we will take the LCM of 12 and 8 here also, because they are not the like fractions. So we have to make them like fraction by making their denominator same. So first, for this purpose we will have to take the LCM. So the LCM, let's do the some rough work here. This is the rough work. Okay, so LCM of 12 and 8. Okay, so let's divide by 2. 2 6 are 12, 2 4 are 8, 2 3 are 6, 2 are 4, 2 3 comma 1, and 3 1 comma 1. Okay, so the LCM is 2 into 2 into 2 into 3. That means 2 2 are 4, 2 are 8, into 3 24. So LCM is 24. That means we have to make the 12 24 and 8 also as a 24. So how to make it? Now, which number, as I explained you in the addition also. So see, 2 2 are 4, 3 are 12, means 2 into 12 is 24. So that means we can multiply both minus 5 and 12 with the 2. So minus 5 into 2 upon 12 into 2. Then again minus. Now we have to multiply 8 with the, see, 2 2 are 4, 2 are 8. That means 8 into 3 is 24. So that means we have to multiply both 3 and 8 with the 3. So now this will become minus 10 upon 24, and this will become minus 9 upon 24. Okay, I hope you understand. Now we will write the common denominator 24. We will write minus 10 and minus 9. Now as I had explained you in the last videos also in the additions. Okay, so we will write minus 10 and we will write minus 9. Since both the numbers are negative, okay, have the same sign, so we will add them, but we will put the negative sign, and we will add them, it will become 19. So your answer becomes minus 19 upon 24 is the answer. Okay, so I hope you understand how to subtract. It is the same thing that we have studied, as we have learned in the addition, but only thing we have to just take the sign into consideration. Okay, now we will do the second part. See, in the second part we have to subtract minus 7 upon 24 from 2 1 by 8. So first we will write 2 1 upon 8. Then we will put my negative sign, and then we will put negative 7 upon 24. Because the number is negative, so that is why we have written in the brackets. So what will we do? There is a rule to open the brackets. So whenever there is a minus sign outside the bracket, see, we can learn some rules of the multiplication. If we multiply a positive number with a positive number, then the answer is positive. If we multiply a positive number with a negative number, or negative number with a positive number, in both cases the answer will be negative. Or if we multiply a negative number with a negative number, then the answer is positive. So that means if we are solving the bracket, and if outside the bracket the negative sign is there, and here also we have the, see, here also we have the negative sign, here also we have the negative sign. So that means both negative sign and negative sign will become positive. Okay, so then we can write this thing as a plus. We have to solve this mixed fraction into the improper fraction. So how to solve this mixed fraction into number of fraction means 8 multiplied with the 2 means these two will be multiplied and then 1 will be added upon 8. Now this minus and this minus will become positive. So plus 7 upon 24. So it became 8 to the 16 plus 1 17 upon 8 plus 7 upon 24. Now we have to take the LCM of 8 and 24. Now since 24 is a multiple of 8, that means 8 into 3 is 24. So that means their LCM will be 24. So to make the 8 24, we have to multiply 17 with the 3 and 8 with also the 3. And we need not to multiply 7 upon 24 with any number because already the LCM is there. Okay, because already the same thing is there. So now we will multiply 17 into 3. So 17 into 3 means 3 7 ja 21. Carry 2, 3 1 ja 3 or 2 5. So 51 is the answer. So 51 upon 8 3 ja is means 24 plus 7 upon 24. Now 24 LCM common denominator, so 51 up plus 7. So now 51 plus 7 both are the positive sign, so we have the 58 upon 24. Okay, so now we will reduce them. So we can reduce them by dividing with the 2. So if we divide 58 by 2, so that means 2 2 ja 4, 1 8 2 9 ja 18. So that means when we reduce it with the 58 with the 2, then it 29 will come. And when we reduce the 24 with the 2, so 2 and 24 division, 2 1 ja 2 and 4 2 2 ja 4 0. So this is 12. So what we got is the 29 upon 12. Now since here we have the denominator less, numerator more. That means it is a improper fraction that we have studied in the 6th standard. Okay, improper fraction. So that means we have to convert it into, so convert into the improper fraction, we have to divide them. Divide 12 and 29. Okay, so we know that 12 to the 24, that means 29 minus 24 is 5. So what will we do? We can write this denominator as it is 12. Okay, and then whatever remainder we have got, we will write as a numerator of the mixed fraction, and whatever quotient we have got, we will write this here. So answer is 2 5 upon 12 is the answer. Okay, I hope students you would have understand this. Okay, your doubt may be clear here. Okay, so now we will have the next question. Even if you have any doubt, you can write to me on the mail or WhatsApp or on the Telegram. Now we will do the example number 2. See, the question is, what number should be added to this number minus 1556 to get this result minus 37 upon 8. So let's answer this question. Let number added is x. Okay, so we will write first this number minus 15 upon 6 plus number we are adding is x, and what is the result that we are getting? Minus 37 upon 8 that we are getting as a result. Okay, so now first we will convert, since this is a mixed fraction, so we will convert this mixed fraction into the improper fraction. See, we will not consider this sign while considering the mixed fraction. We will still write as a minus. So first we will write 6 into 1, then plus 5 upon 6. So there will be no role of this sign in while converting from mixed fraction to the improper fraction. Okay, plus x, the same here, minus 8 into 3 plus 7. This multiplied with this, see, upon 8. Okay, so this will be 6 into 1 is 6. First we will multiply, then we will add 6 into 1 6 and plus 5 11 upon 6 plus x equals to minus negative. So 8 into 3 is 24. 24, see, this is 24, and 24 plus 7 is 31 upon 8. Okay, So now what will we do? We will take this number to the other side. Okay, we will shift the side. When we switch the side, so whatever is the sign of the number, that is changed. Here it is a negative number. So when it switch the side, when it go to the left right hand side, then it will become the positive number. Okay, so how will we write it? X equals to minus 31 upon 8 plus, see this number will become now plus when we are switching the side, 11 upon 6. Okay, so now we will do the rough work here. Okay, so we have to take the first LCM of 8 and 6. Okay, so to take the LCM of 8 and 6, we will divide by first by 2. 2 4 ja 8, 2 3 ja 6, then again by 2. 2 2 ja 4, 3, then again by 2, 1 comma 3, then again by 3, 1 comma 1. So now the LCM is 2 into 2 into 2 into 3, means 2 2 ja 4, 2 ja 8 into 3, means 24 is the answer. So we can make one pair of this, or we can make 3 2 ja 6, 4 into 6 is also 24. It means that 8 into 3 is 24, so that means we should multiply this both number by 3. That means minus 31. So x equals to minus 31 into 3 upon 8 into 3. Same, now 6. We have written here already, 4 into 6 is 24. That means 6 into 4. So 11 into 4 upon 6 into 4. So now x equals to, so we multiply minus 31 and 3. So 31 and 3, 3 1 ja 3, 3 3 ja 9. So first we will multiply, and then we will put the sign minus 93 upon 24 plus, now 11 into 4, 4 1 ja 4, 4 1 ja 4, that means 44 upon 24. Now common denominator is 24 minus 93 plus 44. So we will write the answer. So for this purpose we will do minus 93 we will write here, and 44 we will write here. This has the plus sign. Since both signs are different, so we will subtract them. Okay, so we will take 8 here, then 1 here. So 13 minus 4 is 9, and 8 minus 4 is 4, but we will put the sign of this number, so minus 49. So we got the answer minus 49 upon 24. Now again here the denominator is less, numerator is more, so it is an improper fraction. So we will convert this into the mixed fraction now. So how to convert this into the mixed fraction? We will divide 24 and 49. Okay, so if we take the table, means 24 into 2 is 48. 2 4 ja 8, 2 2 ja 4. So that means 24 2 ja 48. 49 minus 48 is 1. So we got the answer this one. Okay. First what will we do, since the number is negative? So we will put the negative sign here. Okay. We will put the denominator as a 24, the same denominator, and whatever remainder we have written here, we will write here, and whatever quotient we got here is, we will write here. So this is the answer that we will add to get the result that we had wanted. Okay, so this is the answer. I hope students you would have understood this example. Okay, now we will go to the third example. Example 3. The question is, what number should be subtracted? Now we have to subtract the number from 4 upon 5 to get minus 11 upon 14. So let's answer this question. So let's assume that number should be subtracted is x. Let's number subtracted be x. Okay. So from where we should subtract? From 4 upon 5 we have to subtract it. So we will write the minus 4 upon 5 first. Then we have to subtract this x, minus x. What is the result that we have to get is minus 11 upon 14. So this way we have to select, we have to solve it to get the answer x. Okay. Again, as we had done in the first question, we will again do the switching here also. We will switch x to here, and we will say 11, 24 to the left side. Okay, so this will become, see, when we switch minus 11 upon 24, that means minus 4 upon 5, and this minus 4 of 11 upon 14 will become plus 11 upon 14. As I told you in the last also, that when we switch the numbers, then their signs are changed. If a number is negative, then it becomes positive, and if a number is positive, then it becomes negative. Okay, now we will put the equal sign. Now we are taking x to the right hand side, so this will become positive x. Now we will take the LCM of 5 and 14. See, let's do the rough work here. Now we will take the LCM of 5 and 14. So LCM of 5 and 14, as you know that 5 and 14 do not have any common factor. 5 factor is 1 and 5, 14 factor is 2 and 7. So that means their LCM will be 5 into 14. So we will just multiply them. And 5 into 14 means 14 into 5. 5 4 are 20, 5 1 are 5, or 2 70. So the LCM is 70. So that means, what, to make the 5 as a 70, what should we do? We should multiply both 4 and 5 with the 14. So 4 into 14 upon 5 into 14. Then plus sign. Now we have to convert this 14 into the 70. So that means 14 into 5 is 70. So we have to multiply 11 with the 5 and 14 also with the 5, which is equals to x. Now multiply 4 and 14. So 14 into 4, 4 4 are 16, 4 1 are 4, and 1 5, because 1 is carry. So it becomes minus 56. 5 into 14 we have already multiplied, 70, plus 11 into 5 is 11 5 are 55, upon 14 into 5 is already 70, which is equals to x. Okay, so now we will write the common denominator, and the common denominator is 70. We will write minus 56. We will write plus 55 equals to x. Now we will write 56 here minus, we will write 55 positive here, since both have got the different signs. So that means they will be subtracted. 6 minus 5 is 1, 5 minus 5 is 0. But we will put the sign of the upper number, so we get the minus 1. So we got the answer minus 1 upon 70 equals to x. Or what we can write, minus 1 upon 70 should be subtracted. Okay, I hope students you would have understood it. Okay, if you have any doubt, then you can write your doubts in the comment box, or you can write your doubt to the mail or on the WhatsApp. Okay, so now students, we will study some properties of the subtraction of the rational numbers, as we had studied into the addition also, like closure property we had studied, like commutative property we had studied, like associative property we had studied. Okay, the inverse will not be here. Okay, so what we will study about the properties of the subtraction of rational numbers. Okay, the properties of the subtraction of rational numbers. Okay, so what are these properties that we will study here? The first is the closure property. The same property we studied into the addition also. B is the commutative property, and C is the associative property. We have to check these properties for the subtraction also. So now let's do the first part, closure property. See, what is the meaning of the closure property? If we subtract the two numbers, okay, then we have to check either we are getting the rational number or not. Okay, if by subtracting the two rational numbers, if we are getting a rational number, it means that the subtraction is closed basically. Our rational numbers are closed under the subtraction. Okay, so now let's do some example to check this property. We will take some examples, like let's do one example. We are subtracting minus 5 upon 7 and minus 2 upon 3. We are subtracting from minus 5 upon 7 and 2 upon 3. Okay, and we have to check whether we are getting a rational number or not. So definitely what we have here, 7 and 3 both are the prime numbers. That means to make them denominator same like denominator like fractions, we have to multiply minus 5 with 3 and 7 also with the 3. And same here, 2 into 7 upon 3 into 7, because their LCM will be 21. So this will be minus 15 upon 21 minus 14 upon 21. So common denominator is 21. So minus 15 and minus 14. So in the rough we can do some work. If we do some work in the rough, then minus 15 and minus 14 both have the same sign, so they should be added. 5 or 4, 9, 1 or 1, 2, but the answer will be negative. So what is the answer we have got is minus 29 upon 21, which is a rational number. Clear? Now let's take another example like 5 upon 8 minus 4 upon 5. Now let's take these. Here one number was positive, negative, and another was positive. Here both the numbers are positive, so we are subtracting them. Now both 8 and 5 do not have any common factor. 5 is a prime number, but 8 is a factor of 2. Okay, so that means their LCM will become 8 into 5 means 14. 40 means, so 5 into 5 upon 8 into 5 minus 4 into 8 upon 5 into 8. Okay, so this became 25 upon 40 and this became minus 32 upon 40. Now 40 is the common denominator, so 25 minus 32. Now again do some rough work here. So we have minus 32 we will write first, then we will write 25, and this sign is positive. So 12 minus 5 is 7, so that means 32 minus 25 is 7, and we will put the upper sign minus 7. So what we have got the answer is minus 7 upon 40. This is again also a rational number. Okay, now let's take third one. One more example let's take, like 3 upon 7 minus 8 upon 5. Okay, as I told you in the previous example also, so if this number is also minus, this number is also minus, so that means when we open the brackets it became the positive sign, plus 8 upon 5. Now both 7 and 5 are the prime numbers, so their LCM will be 7 into 5. LCM is 7 into 5 means 35. So that means we will multiply 3 with the 5 and 7 also with the 5, plus 8 with the 7 and 5 also with the 7. So that means 15 upon 35 plus 7 8 is 56 upon 35. Now we will write the common number, common denominator 35. So we have got 15 plus, we will do 15 and 56. So 6 and 5, 1, 11, 1, 2 or 5, 7. So since both numbers are positive, so we will have the answer positive 71 upon 35. So this is also a rational number. So what we can say that the subtraction of rational numbers is closed, or we can say the rational numbers are closed under subtraction. So what conclusion we can write? That rational numbers are closed under subtraction. So we have verified the property of it. Subtraction property for closure property for subtraction. Okay, this is verified. Now we will verify then next thing, the commutative property, whether this is commutative or not, that we will verify. Okay, to verify the commutative property, let us take an example. Let's take two rational numbers. Two upon 3 and 4 upon 5. Okay, and do it with the two different ways. The first way that we will do, 2 upon 3 minus 4 upon 5. Okay, so here the LCM will be 3 into 5. So 15 will be there because they are the prime numbers. So their LCM will be 15. So that means 2 into 5 upon 3 into 5 minus 4 into 3 upon 5 into 3 Okay, so it is 10 upon 15 minus 12 upon 15. So we have the common denominator 15. Okay, so 10 minus 12. So again in the rough we will write minus 12 up and plus 10 down. So 12 minus 10 is 2, because both numbers have opposite sign, then we will write the negative sign. So we have got the answer minus 2 upon 15. Okay, now let's do the second way. Second way let's do. Okay, now what is the second way? 4 upon 5 negative 2 upon 3. Again LCM will be the same, 15. So 4 into 3 upon 5 into 3 minus 2 into 5 upon 3 into 5. 12 upon 15 minus 10 upon 15. Now the common denominator is 15. So 12 minus 10. So 12 minus 10 is, now we will write 12 minus 10. This is plus, this is minus. Okay. Now they are not same. So now 12 minus 10 is 2. Answer we will write positive. So we got the answer 2 upon 50. See, one way when we are doing, we are getting this answer. Other way we are getting this answer, and they are not same. One is positive, another is negative. Value may be same, but one is positive, they are negative. So we cannot get the same result in the commutative property. It means that, what is the result? That 2 upon 3 minus 4 upon 5 is not same as 4 upon 5 minus 2 upon 3. Not equal. This means not equal. Okay. Now, so what we can conclude? So what is the conclusion? That subtraction of two rational numbers is not commutative. Okay. So commutative property is not applicable in case of subtraction. I hope this is clear. Okay. Now, so what we can write, a general property, that P upon Q minus R upon S is not equals to R upon S minus P upon Q. Okay. So this is the conclusion that we can write. Okay. Now the third one is associative property. Now let's check whether the subtraction is associative or not. So what we had studied in the associative property, that we just arrange them in any manner. If we get the same result, then it is the associative property. And now let's check it for the subtraction. Let us take three numbers, three rational numbers. Okay, minus 2 upon 3, minus 4 upon 5, and 1 upon 2. Okay, so we will do it three ways. Okay, rather than doing it two ways, we will do it in the three different ways. So see the first way. Minus 2 upon 3 minus 4 upon 5, and then minus 1 upon 2. We will do this first way. Okay, for this basically we will take first, so this will become, see this is minus, this is minus, so both will become positive, so it will become minus 2 upon 3 plus 4 upon 5 and minus 1 upon 2. Now the LCM of 3 and 5 will be 15, because both are the prime numbers. So minus 2 into 5 upon 3 into 5 plus 4 into 3 upon 5 into 3 minus 1 upon 2. Okay, so minus 2 into 5 is minus 10 upon 15 plus 12 upon 15 minus 1 upon 2. So now we will write the common denominator 15. So minus 10 plus 12 minus 1 upon 2. So this became minus 2 upon 15 and minus 1 upon 2. Now again 15 and 2 have no common denominator, so their LCM will be 15 into 2. So it will be 30. So minus 2 into 2 upon 15 into 2 and minus 1 into 15 upon 2 into 15. Okay. Now, so this became minus 4 upon 30 minus 15 upon 30. So now the common denominator is 30. So minus 4 minus 15. So that means we will see the rough work here, minus 4 and minus 15. Both the signs are same, so they will be added. 5 plus 4, 9 and 1, but sign will be negative because both are negative. So we got the answer minus 19 upon 30. This is the first answer we have got. Okay. Now let's do the second way. In this, what will we do? First we will take these two numbers, then we will subtract this number. Okay. So the second way we have taken minus 2 upon 3, minus 1 upon 2 and minus 4 upon 5 that we have taken. So here the LCM is 6. Okay. So now minus 2 into 2 upon 3 into 2 and minus 1 into 3 upon 2 into 3. And here both minus minus will become positive, plus 4 upon 5. Okay. So now this became minus 4 upon 6, minus 3 upon 6, plus 4 upon 5. Okay. So this became 6 minus 4 minus 3 plus 4 upon 5. So this became minus 7 upon 6 plus 4 upon 5. Now the LCM of 6 and 5 will be 30. So that means 7 into 5 upon 6 into 5 plus 4 into 6 upon 5 into 6. Okay. So we have got the minus 35 upon 30 and plus 24 upon 30. Okay. So the common denominator is 30. So minus 35 plus 24. So we will write minus 35 here and 24 here. Both of the opposite signs. So they will be subtracted. 5 minus 4 is 1. 3 minus 2 is 1. Negative. Answer we will write. So it becomes minus 11 upon 30 is the answer. So we can see that we are not getting the same answer. We are getting the different answer. So means that even the two different ways are proving that they are not associated. Now let's do the another way. Here we will do these two numbers first. So minus 2 upon 3. Okay. Minus. Then bracket minus 4 upon 5 and minus 1 upon 2. Okay. So now here we will take the LCM of 5 and 2. So minus 2 upon 3 minus. So LCM is 5 and 2 is 10. So minus 4 into 2 upon 5 into 2 minus 1 into 5 upon 2 into 5. Okay. So minus 2 upon 3 minus. So 4 into 2 is 8. So minus 8 upon 10. Minus 5 into 1 is 5 upon 10. So minus 2 upon 3 minus. So we will write common denominator 10. So minus 8 minus 5. So we will do some rough work. So minus 8 and minus 5. So minus 8 and minus 5 both are the negative signs. So they will be added. 8 and 5 13. Then but the sign will be minus. So the answer is minus 13. Okay. So minus 2 upon 3 minus 13 upon 10. Okay. Clear? So now we will do the minus 2 upon 3. This sign and this sign both are negative. So they will become positive. 13 upon 10. Now we will take the LCM of 3 and 10. So since both do not have any common number, so the LCM will be 3 into 10, 30. So that means minus 2 into 10 upon 3 into 10 and plus 13 into 3 upon 10 into 3. So this will become minus 20 upon 30 plus 39 upon 30. See, LCM is 30. So minus 20 plus 39. So we will do some rough work here. So my 39 we'll write up, then minus 20 we get the 19. Now here we are getting the 19 upon 30 positive answer. Okay, so whatever way we have solved, we have not get the same answer. So what does it prove? That rational numbers are not associative under subtraction. Okay, so we can write the conclusion that subtraction of rational numbers is not associative. Clear? So suppose if we have the three numbers like P upon Q minus R upon S. then minus W upon Y is not equals to P upon Q minus R upon S minus W upon Y. Okay, so this we can conclude for the rational numbers. So students, the subtraction, there is only one property which holds true for the rational numbers, that is only the closure property. The associative property and commutative property do not hold. So that means to subtract the numbers we cannot change their order like we had done into the additions. In additions, by whatever way we could add, we will always get the same answer. But in case of the subtraction, we will not get the same answer. So we cannot change their orders. We have to done in the order as it is given. Okay, if we change the order, then we will get the two different results. Okay, so I hope you would have cleared this topic about the subtraction of rational numbers and their properties. Okay, so students, in the next video we will do about the exercise 1.2 of the rational numbers. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. Write your comments about the video and any query, any doubt about the topic in the comment box, or you can write to me on email also, or WhatsApp also, or even on the Telegram. You can follow me on the Telegram. My Telegram ID is given in the description box. Okay, I hope you would have liked the video, and if you have liked the video, then kindly share it with your friends, subscribe to it and like it. And if you want to have the live online classes, then you can also contact me on the WhatsApp or email. I'd be happy to serve you. So thank you so much.